After leaving my husband last fall, we are finally divorced. It's funny how you look back at things and you think, what could I have done differently? Oh yeah, I could have done a lot of things differently. Dating is rough out there. I want to tell you, I had a 5-hour date the other day and everything went well and I really liked him. He seemed to like me and haven't heard from him since. 5 hours. That's a record. I did walk away from the marriage last fall. And the bottom line is I woke up this morning with my cat on my head and my dog laying next to me, and I thought,
welcome back, family.
Imagine, guys. Imagine this old woman. She's old. Let's be honest. Trying to date again. Leaving her marriage so she can date again. Like she just said, she's trying to date again. That's what she said. That's what I heard, right? And this is crazy, guys. This is crazy because women don't want to be honest with other women. I've seen it in my comments where women say, my grandmother or my aunt or whoever got married again at 60. Come on, guys. Let's be realistic. Like, even guys who are 60, they don't want to be with women who are 60. Let's be honest here. So why are we telling women that, they can be 60 and still get married? They can be 50 and still get married. Let's be honest. It's going to be hard for them. Not that they can't, you understand? It is possible, but what are the chances? Right? Like, what are we doing here? Like, are you still going to go out there and put on a bathing suit or put on a miniskirt and try to attract guys at the age of 60? Come on, guys. Come on. When you're married at the age of 60 or at the age of 50, stay in that marriage. As long as that man is not putting his hands on you or not cheating on you, stay in that marriage. There's nothing that, can't be fixed in this world. But anyway, let's check it out. But before, let me say this. Another one. Another modern woman who destroyed her own family. Now she's on the internet looking for sympathy. Let's check it out, guys.
Today, we are going to review this 54-year-old woman who decided to leave her marriage of 18 years to go chase after Chad and Tyrone. Then everything started to fall apart when she realizes how hard the dating scene really is at her age. To start, let her introduce herself.
hi, my name is Kathy, and I am new to TikTok, but I'm not really looking for like followers, whatever. I'm not really in it for I guess what typically people are in it for, I guess. I don't know. But I am looking for some support, some emotional support, some advice, basically in a nutshell. I just turned 54, and I am walking away from an 18-year marriage. Nothing, tragic. He's a good man. We've been great friends for 18 years. It's just that we've grown apart. We've always been really, really good friends, but the romance just isn't there, and we both know it. So I'm walking away. We're parting as friends. As you can see from all the boxes around me, I'm basically sorting everything that we've had for 18 years and trying to figure out the best way to get out of here with a little bit of money. And I have a business that I can rebuild, which is great. I'm very blessed for that. It will take me a little bit of time, but I'll do it. But the main reason I want to be on here is because I am really studying right now manifesting positive things. And if you've heard of the book, The Secret, basically I just found it while I was packing. And I've been reading it. I've been manifesting every day of what I want, where I want to go, what I want to do, where I want to live, who I want to be with, that kind of thing. And this morning I found out, this is such a blessing, I found out that a tiny house that I've always wanted to live in is exactly where I want to live for exactly the price I can pay. And it may be mine. And I am through the roof excited. So every day I want to post something about my journey and gain any kind of insight I can from you guys. I want to, attract positive people. I want to help other women that are probably going through this too and not knowing where to go. I want to support you. This is the best time to make new friends, to help somebody who needs help. We just need a pat on the back. That's all we need. We don't need charity. We don't need pity. Just a whole lot of positivity and, hey girl, you can do it. That's all I want. So every day I'm going to post something about what I've manifested and if it's come true. And yesterday I got my first really cute guy that said, hey, good morning and have a great day. And I haven't had a guy talk to me in like 20 years.
Still feeling lost after a breakup or divorce? You're not alone. At RJ Godfellas Matrimony and Move On Crew, we don't just talk about heartbreak, we heal through it. Every week we share mindful rituals, self-care tools, and real talk from real people who get it. This isn't just another support group. It's a safe space to grow, laugh, cry, and come back stronger. Healing starts with one step. Take yours today. Join the crew on Patreon. Your next chapter is waiting. The link is in the description.
The first thing she said was that her ex-husband is a good man and that he did nothing wrong to cause the divorce. Let me translate that for you. She just got bored and now she just want to go try something new. She definitely believes that she can replace her ex-husband with a better man just like that.
Facts.
That is why she wanted out of the marriage so badly. But it didn't take long for reality to hit her hard in the face when she realizes that Chad and Tyrone just want to pump and dump. The second point is that she is now a fan of the so-called manifestation. Guys, only women can afford to be delusional and get away with it. Manifestation means nothing without putting in the work. This woman is 54 years old, and she thinks that things are going to start happening in her life just because she manifests them. Well, it didn't take long for her to start feeling the effect of hitting the wall. Check it out.
Dating is rough out there. I want to tell you, I had a 5-hour date the other day, and everything went well. And
What did you expect?
I really liked him. He seemed to like me, and haven't heard from him since. 5 hours. That's a record.
The undefeated wall has no mercy on all these modern women when they get older and become invisible. Believe me when I say that deep down, these modern women know that they are the problem and they could have fixed their marriage if they wanted to. And I will prove it to you with this next clip.
Well, today was the day. After leaving my husband last fall, we are finally divorced. Just went through a Zoom meeting for our hearing. Everything went well. It's funny how you look back at things and you think, what could I have done differently? Oh yeah, I could have done a lot of things differently. Would I have saved this marriage? I don't know. I think I've become a new person, but I think I've become a better person. I've learned a lot of lessons, and I really think that everybody comes into your life for a reason. So I learned a lot from him, and I learned a lot about myself, which was probably the most important part. And now I'm ready to move on. So it's a new season, it's fall, all these leaves are going to fall pretty soon. And I'm just happy and grateful.
Yes, fellas, you heard it right.
Imagine, guys, imagine at 54. At 54, you're trying to replace your husband. This is crazy, guys. Like, I don't want to hear it, guys. Like, I really don't want to hear about your aunts, about your grandmothers, your mothers getting married, finding love at 60. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You become invincible once you're like in your 50s or something. Even in your 40s, let alone in your 30s, dog. You understand? You're not as pretty as you used to be when you were in your 20s. You don't have more options that you have when you're in your 20s if you're a woman. And that's a fact. That's a fact. That's not a lie. A lot of girls know that, when they're 20, every guy is rushing them, right? Every guy wants to be with them. They have multiple guys try to text them in their DMs, calling them, asking them for their numbers. When they go out, they have guys trying to talk to them. As soon as they reach 30, they still get guys doing that, but not a lot of guys. The number decreased of guys who are approaching them, of guys who are in their DMs, of guys. They see that, bro. They see that. So what happens when you're 55, bro? When you're 54, you disappear from society. You start fading away. I don't even know a man, dog. To be honest, I've been around 60-year-olds. I've been around 40-year-olds, 30-year-olds, 20-year-olds, right? I've hanged out with all these people, right? I've never heard a man talking about, a 55-year-old passing by saying, look at her. Oh, she's hot. She's my type. She's my age. No, they don't. Like, ladies, let me explain this to you so you can understand it. You do expire with age, and money cannot save you. It's not like a guy. You see, as guys, we do age, right? We do age and we're not attractive anymore, but we can use money because young girls like money. You understand? We can use money. This woman cannot use money, bro. Like, I mean, if she's gonna use money, she's not gonna get like the most attractive guy. And that's a fact. She's not gonna get the most attractive guy if she's gonna use money. She's gonna pay guys to come sleep with her or to pay guys to date her. She's not gonna get the most attractive guy because the most attractive guy obviously is going to want the most attractive girls. You understand what I'm saying? We're not interested in, like, I'm not, like, even me, she cannot pay me money for to date her or to sleep with her. I'm not doing that, bro. Like, ill. I'm not doing that. You know what I mean? Because I'm 35, right? I can still get younger girls. I can still get 20-year-olds. I can still hit on, 22-year-olds, 25-year-olds, and I can still get them, right? So why would I, for what? For what? And I like it when they say, because I've seen on the internet nowadays, they say older women, younger men are into older women. That's a lie, bro. That's a lie. I don't know how young I am. I'm 35, right? But I don't want no 60-year-old. I don't want no 50-year-old. Let alone, I don't want no 35-year-old, guys. Like, I feel like you're too old for me if you're 35. You feel me? But now they're lying to women, dog. They're lying to women. They say younger men are into older women. They're lying to them. They say, when you're 50, you can still find love. You can. But what are the chances, though? That's what I want to know. What are the chances? Like, are you going to run around looking for a man and putting on makeup, doing it? Look at her, bruh. I mean, what's so attractive about this, bruh? Come on, guys. Come on. But anyway, let's keep it pushing, though.
These modern women know that they could have done a lot of things differently to save their marriages, but they didn't want to put in the effort because they are convinced that they can find a better man out there effortlessly. Here is another video of her trying to lie to herself about being happy with her cat lady and dog lady life.
So today is March 1st, and I would have been married 19 years today. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, I did walk away from the marriage last fall. And the bottom line is I woke up this morning with my cat on my head and my dog laying next to me, and I thought, there's no place I'd rather be. So I know that that was the right decision. It wasn't something that I ever thought would happen, but it did. And it seems like the right path. So today, instead of calling it my would-be 19th anniversary, I'm calling it my first anniversary with me, loving me. And I'm going to celebrate it every year. Even if or when I do find somebody else, today is going to be my first anniversary going forward.
Guys, remember to invest in cats and dogs' foods because it looks like the market will need more animal food supply due to the rise of lonely women. These modern women can keep lying to themselves about being happily single, but we all know that they are just pretending on the internet while they cry like babies when they are alone. Now, after getting pumped and dumped and ghosted on repeat, she tries to make sense of everything with this BS principle. Check it out.
Hey, good morning. I have an update for you. You see that door in the background? I did that on purpose. I'm showing you that because I really do believe that everybody comes into your life for a reason or a season. And you've heard that before, right? And I do believe that there are some people that you need to let walk back out that door, but learn from them. Okay, learn from them. I have actually met several people lately that I can't say are bad people, but I learned something from each one of them, and which is wonderful. And the best thing is that I learned something about myself, what I need, what I want, what I don't want. And I'm not settling anymore for something that's just bare minimum, basically. I think that I deserve more than that. And I think that I'd be a fool to keep going on any longer in this life, not getting what I deserve, which is somebody who treats me well, who makes me feel good about myself, who brings out the best in me. Okay. That's another thing. The person you're with should bring out the best in you. And you should bring out the best in each other, really. I mean, obviously. But anyway, long story short, 3 people came in, they all had reasons, and I've all let them go for reasons. And, the way that I came up with this was actually, somebody else motivated me. So on YouTube this morning, I listen to YouTube videos to motivate me every morning. So I'm getting ready this morning. And, if you have not heard of Stefan Speaks on YouTube, you gotta hear him. He's awesome. He's like a relationship coach. I guess he is a relationship coach. And he's on YouTube. You'll see shorts here on TikTok, but he is awesome. And this morning I found his video that came out last year in 2022. And it's called 5 Reasons Why God Will Send You the Right Man at the Wrong Time. Okay. It's intense. He does a lot of, advice for women dating, any age, whatever, any circumstance. But I listen to a lot of his stuff. I love him. Look up Stefan Speaks, okay? And you will find a ton of stuff on him. But this one this morning about why God would bring you the right man at the wrong time so hit home with me today that I am just like floating on a cloud. I finally got my solution as to why this happened. Because we find somebody and we grip on and we're like, I have to have you, why can't I have you? And that's not what it's about sometimes. Sometimes it's the journey, not the destination, right? And if it's meant to be, it'll come back and it'll be. But yeah, listen to Stefan. He's awesome.
Now, she is trying to rationalize her bad behaviors in the name of God. The relationship coach she is talking about usually gives good advice, but he is very soft on women's accountability. So it is a no-brainer to see this woman trying to drink that feel-good Kool-Aid Stefan Speaks in providing. Instead of admitting that she is the problem in all the relationships she has had, she tries to justify it by saying that sometimes God can send you a good man at the wrong time. I will just show you in this next clip how irresponsible this woman is in her choice of men.
Okay, follow-up to a follow-up. So I just made a video about how I spent 4 days with a complete stranger and it was awesome. Life-altering, basically. How did I know that I should do this? How did I follow my gut? So the night before I left, I was packing and I lost one of my favorite earrings. And I looked everywhere. I even blamed it on the cat dragging it away, and I looked all over the house. I couldn't find it. So I told my angels, okay, angels, if this is the right thing to do, please give me my earring back. Just show me where it is. Let me know that I'm doing the right thing. I have no idea where it is. It's not the end of the world. It's nothing expensive. But if I am doing the right thing by meeting this guy, please give me my earring back. I got to his place, I pulled out my makeup bag, and there was my earring.
There you have it, folks. This is a 54-year-old woman who spent 4 days with a total stranger just because she believed that finding her earrings was a sign to stay with someone that she doesn't even know for 4 full days. Guys, it doesn't really matter how old these modern women are, they still have the same emotional and irrational teenage mentality. These women are backed by daddy government and a whole support system their entire life, and that is why they can still get away with delusional thinking even at their old age. Remember that this woman left a good man simply because she wanted to start discovering new things by manifestation. Fellas, always make sure that you are protected at all time against women like that. It is true that this whole system and the government doesn't play in men's favor, but still, we always have to take maximum prevention measure to protect ourselves first. And above all, don't forget to keep
Guys, here's what I want to ask. Who's dating these women? Like who's dating 54-year-olds, 7-year-olds? I don't know. Like who's dating them? Like because I believe that, if I'm 70, dog, like I wouldn't be interested in dating. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be interested in a lot of things. You know what I mean? And if I was to date, I would date somebody who's like 35 at that age, probably. I'll date somebody who, if I'm 70 and I'm still, and my thing is still working, you know, I don't need the blue pill for it to work. If it's still working, or, I might need the blue pill to work, or if I'm still interested in using it, you know what I mean? I will probably date, right? But who's dating these women? Who's giving, cause somebody pumped and dumped this woman. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's hard out there. You got to remember, like, dating today is difficult because all we want is to pump and dump. Then whoever who's still dating, you guys know that we want to hook up. We don't want to get married. Like, especially people who are active in dating, right? I'm not talking about people who are like, just because I'm active, right? Like I talk to multiple women, like, so I know. And I know that most guys that I hang out with, I go out with, we just want to hook up, right? I have friends who are married. They don't go out with us. They don't hang out with my friends who just want to hook up, who are not married. We just want to hook up, right? So I'm asking myself, right, to people who are dating, who are actively dating, why are they dating 54-year-olds? What's so attractive about a 54-year-old? That's what I want to know. And how do you date a 54-year-old? There's nothing attractive about a 54-year-old. I've never met an attractive 54-year-old. Ma'am, you're old and you should be married. You should be married, ma'am. You know what I mean? And you shouldn't be out here trying to be like 20 years old. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. Come on. This is crazy. And you know what's the craziest thing is that they leave their husbands thinking that they can replace their husbands. That's what's crazy. At 54, like a 54-year-old woman believes that because the society has told her that, like, you can leave your husband and you will still find love. You understand? Yes, you can. But what are the chances? And I'll always ask this question: what are the chances that you will find love if you leave your husband? Stop lying to yourself, ladies. Tell each other the truth. Be out here and say, look, when you're old, uh, people don't want to see your saggy tits, and people don't want to see your wrinkle thighs. You have wrinkles on your thighs. No, nobody wants to see that. Like nobody wants to see that. Listen. Nobody wants to see your wrinkled face. You understand what I'm saying? No man. You understand? And I believe even 60-year-old men, they're like, ew. You know what I mean? They're like that. They're like that. But as men, it's simple for us. Because if you have money, dude, like I'm telling you, if you have money, you can just give it to a 20-year-old girl. She will sleep with you. And that's what we want. We're not looking for, like, at 60. I'm sure when you're 60 years old, you're not looking for, if you're still dating, or you want to live a single life forever, you're still dating, you're probably not looking for a serious thing like with the 20-year-old. You can't look for a serious thing with the 20-year-old, or you not even, let alone with anyone, if you're living a single life at that age, right? Because it only makes sense like that, right? And the other thing I wanted to say is they all claim that they're single and happy. That's what HR said, right? They all claim that they're single and happy, which is a lie. Which is a lie. Dude, I'm single, I'm not happy, I'm lonely. Right? But here's a trick. Being lonely doesn't have a sting on me, that poison doesn't have potent. It's not potent like it used to be in the beginning. You know what I mean? But now, like, I'm used to it because I'm not worried. It's not even about being used to it. I'm just not worried about it. Understand? Because I'm worried about the bills. I'm worried about getting money. I'm worried about saving money. I'm worried about my health. Working out and taking care of myself, eating healthy. because I don't want to take medication, guys. I don't want to be at the point where like I have to take medication. I work out, I eat healthy. This the things I'm worried about: paying the bills and making money. You understand? Having a roof over my head. This is the things that I'm worried about. I'm not worried about feeling lonely. I'm a grown ass man. Like, I'm not worried about feeling lonely, dude. I'm not worried about being unhappy. You understand? But I know I'm not happy and with being single, but I'm at peace. You understand what I'm saying? I think, if I had a wife and I had kids, I would be more, grateful. You know what I'm saying? Of, just having that, coming back home and seeing my kids and, having a woman who loves me. I'll be grateful for that. But now I don't have that. But I'm not gonna sit here and say and cry about it every day or lie to people and say I'm happy and single. That's a lie, bro. I'm lonely. You understand? But it doesn't have a sting. Like that sting that, it makes me depressed, or you know what I mean? I still wake up. Even now, like, it's what time? What time is it? It's 8 no. It's 7:30 in the morning. 7:30 in the morning. I just came back from running. I woke up at 5 to I did 1 hour cardio and then I came back. You understand what I'm saying? None of this being lonely and doing this, all these things. I'm just not getting married. It doesn't have a sting. I'm trying to get more money so I can save up money so when I get old, so I can pay people so they can take care of me. You understand? Because I'm not gonna have a wife to take care of me. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, that's it for today. My name is RJ Garfella. And if you like this type of content, guys, please hit the subscribe button. And guys, if you're a guy, because we always hear stories from from women, about their divorces. We want to hear it from guys. If you're a guy, you've been divorced and you want to talk to us about you want to share your story, hit us on Patreon, guys. Join our Patreon and we can talk, right? We can create our own content, so we can hear both sides, so we can hear which one makes sense. But anyway, peace. I'm out.